Hello, folks. This is doing a contest entry for the Edges of Blade contest. And Edges of Blade, this is how much I like you and how committed I am. I'm doing this video after working a 12-hour shift at the hospital. Oh yes, 12 hours at the hospital. Got up at 6 in the morning, got home like at 9. Yes. And not only that, I'm also nursing a fever, by the way, too. Now that's commitment. The only thing that's really keeping me up is this glove. This power glove that I upgraded with the power coins from the Power Rangers that I managed to take away from them. This is the only thing that is keeping me up. Cause I'm telling you, without this glove, I probably would just I'm done out. I'd be out like a light bulb. By the way, Dragon Zord, Triceratops, Saber-Tooth Tiger. This one's actually metal, by the way. And if you want to look, this one's actually metal, by the way, too. So, that was pretty cool. I just need 3 more. But anyway, back to the contest. If I were to pick anybody to be, I think, Santa Claus to replace him, I'd pick Dr. Doom. And here's why. Here's why. One, he has a freaking army of robots. A Doombot. He has a freaking army of Doombots and other things that he could just march. He would just march them out and have them deliver the present. A freaking army. I mean, two, he has the wells and the technology to do it. He could make a bunch of slaves. He could probably teleport them in and out of houses. You name it. I mean, he has the technology to do this and the army. And 3, he could probably convince and manipulate like a ton of other heroes and villains to do it. I mean, he wouldn't even do anything. He would probably sit in his throne, march his Doombot, and manipulated the crap out of heroes and villains to deliver the toys. So he would probably be a really good one. And who wouldn't want to lie in Santa? I mean, well, Santa that lies. That's just awesome, isn't it? It's almost better than drunk Santa. And the second question, well, I don't know if it's the second or third question, not in any order. But the other question is, who would I pick? Well, what would I pick to, I guess, what would I pick to have a film made of a comic book series to make a film? I would pick the Teen Titans, a live-action version of the Teen Titans, not an animated version. You know, and here's the thing. See, I would like them to do the one of the Trigon story arcs, or like the Judas Contract. Those are really good. But the problem with that is that, see, I don't know if you would want to do maybe like the Dark Knight and have just like didn't have an origin for the Joker. He was just the Joker, and that and people understood that. Maybe they do something like that, or they might have to introduce him. That's the problem, though. But I would like to see him do one of those, and I think Josh Whedon would be an ideal director for that. And that's not just because I'm jumping on the bandwagon because he's an Avengers, but I think he could write the great interactions and the dialogue between the characters of the Teen Titans. And by the way, when I say Teen Titans, I mean the new Teen Titans, which is the George Perez era, which was like Nightwing / Robin. It was whatchamacallit, Changeling, Cyborg, Starfire, Raven, sometimes Kid Flash, and sometimes Wonder Girl. But I would be happy with like Wonder Girl, no Kid Flash. Of course, that doesn't exist anymore because of the New 52, which, but anyway. So I would pick that, and I would have Josh Whedon direct, just to write the dialogue for the interactions between the characters. And I think another one was, what would I change to, comics a moment? Well, I would change my most hated thing in comics ever. It just makes me mad every dang time I see that stupid thing. It's One More Day story arc that I would just completely do away with. I mean, just think of everything that would happen. Well, let's see. One, Peter Parker would probably still be alive. The legitimate Peter Parker. Peter Parker would probably still be alive. I don't think he would be dead. He would be married to Mary Jane still. You know, I don't think J. Jonah Jameson would be the mayor of New York City. I don't think Aunt May would be married to his dad. I don't believe that, you know, how do I put this? I don't believe that, I don't know where they're at. I lost my train of thought. Well, I've worked for 12 hours and I am nursing a fever. You could excuse me for this. What else is there? And I don't, Harry Osborn would still be dead too, by the way. Harry Osborn would still be dead and rotting in his grave. You know, because that brought him back too, and, you know, a lot of stories would, and then the stories after that would have happened. American Son would not have happened. I mean, I don't know if he would have joined the Avengers or not. You know, I mean, he probably wouldn't be the same guy anymore. He might still be working. He might be working at the Daily Bugle still. You know what I'm saying? It just would have changed everything in a Spider-Man universe to a T. I mean, it would have changed so many stories. And like I said, he might still be alive. Think about it. And and the other one, which you're supposed to do a drawing, but as I said, I worked for 12 hours. I worked for 12 hours. This is the only thing that's keeping me up. That's keeping me going. This glove is providing me that energy. And not only that, but I can't draw, so I didn't draw anything and I can't do it. But I did do I did do my own rendition of Mr. Hanky from South Park. Unfortunately, I flushed it, so that was not good. But yeah, those are my three things. Dr. Doom for Santa Claus, Teen Titans for the movie, and I would change the one more day story arc from happening. I mean, seriously, if Mephisto could change that and change reality like that, why hadn't he done it before? It just makes me angry. But yeah, folks, Edgesofblade, I was for you. Now, you excuse me. I am gonna take my newly upgraded power glove off, and you'll see what happens.